Every night, millions of people unknowingly trigger a cardiovascular stress response right before sleep. Not from stress at work, not from a bad diet, from something they do in their own bedroom 1 hour before lights out. I had a patient, 41 years old, came in at 3 a.m. with chest pain. His heart rhythm was irregular. We call it atrial fibrillation, a fast, chaotic heartbeat instead of a steady one. He had no history of heart disease, no blockages, nothing on his scans. When I asked what he did before bed, he looked confused. "Nothing unusual, doctor. I just wind down like everyone else." That wind down routine was the exact thing putting his heart under strain every single night. If you do the same thing he did, and most people do, stay with me. This could be happening to you right now while you sleep. If you are new to this channel, I am Dr. Ryan Carter. I have spent 7 years working in emergency medicine. I started this channel because the healthcare system never has enough time to tell you what I am about to tell you right now. So let us get into it. His name was David, a software engineer, 41 years old. He worked long hours. He valued his sleep. He thought he protected it well. Every night, 1 hour before bed, David scrolled through work emails. He told himself it helped him mentally close the day. He had done this for 9 years. That night, before his ER visit, he had read an email about a missed deadline. His heart rate spiked. He felt his chest tighten. He told himself it was nothing. He went to sleep anyway. 3 hours later, he woke up gasping, his heart pounding out of rhythm. When we ran his tests, his cortisol, his stress hormone, was still elevated at midnight. It should have dropped hours earlier. The system failed David. His annual checkup never asked about his evening habits. Nobody told him that checking work email before bed was not winding down. It was switching his nervous system into alert mode, right before sleep. David is not unique. I see this pattern constantly in my ER shifts, and the most common trigger is not caffeine. It is not alcohol. It is the device sitting next to most people's pillow. Here is exactly what happens inside your body. Think of your nervous system like a switchboard with 2 settings. One setting is calm. We call it parasympathetic, your rest and digest mode. The other is alert, sympathetic, your fight or flight mode. At night, your body is supposed to shift fully into calm mode. But certain triggers, stressful content, bright light, late decision-making, flip the switch back to alert. Your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, the same hormones used for emergencies. Your body does this. That causes your heart rate and blood pressure to rise. And if you repeat that every night for 10 years, the result is sustained cardiovascular strain. When cortisol stays high at night, your blood vessels stay slightly constricted. That raises your blood pressure while you are supposed to be resting. Your heart pumps against that resistance for hours, not minutes. Over years, this contributes to something called nocturnal hypertension, high blood pressure specifically during sleep. Nocturnal hypertension is strongly linked to heart attacks and strokes. A 2021 study published in the European Heart Journal followed over 13,000 adults. People who used stress-inducing screens within 1 hour of bed had a 23% higher rate of nocturnal hypertension. 23% from 1 hour, every single night. The blue light is not the only issue. The emotional content matters more. Reading a tense email, an argument, or breaking news activates the same stress pathway. This is not about willpower. It is about what signal you send your nervous system before sleep, and most people are sending the wrong one without realizing it. Let me show you exactly what I would change. I want to share something honest about my own habits. During my busiest hospital years, I checked work messages right up until I fell asleep. I told myself I was just staying organized. At 35, I wore a heart monitor for a personal health check. My resting heart rate at midnight was 78. Normal resting heart rate during deep sleep should be closer to 50 to 60. I changed exactly one thing. I stopped checking messages 1 hour before bed. No medication, no supplements, no equipment purchased. 3 weeks later, my midnight heart rate was 58, back in a healthy range. From one changed habit. And David, my 41-year-old patient, after adopting the same change for 2 months, his nighttime blood pressure dropped by 14 points. His cardiologist had been preparing to discuss medication. He never needed that conversation. So here is exactly what I would do starting tonight. Stop checking work email or messages 1 hour before bed. Work messages activate decision-making stress, even small ones. That stress keeps cortisol elevated right when it should be dropping. Just put the phone in another room. Avoid the news and stressful content in that final hour. Breaking news and arguments trigger the same fight or flight response as a real threat. Your body cannot tell the difference between a headline and a physical danger. Save the news for morning, when cortisol is supposed to rise. Dim the lights in your home 1 hour before bed. Bright light suppresses melatonin, the hormone that signals your body it is time to rest. Without that signal, your nervous system stays partially alert. Switch off the main lights and use a lamp. Do not make important decisions in that final hour. Planning tomorrow, reviewing finances, or making big choices activates your alert system. Save decision-making for daylight hours. Try 5 minutes of slow breathing before lying down. Slow breathing, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out, manually shifts your nervous system into calm mode. It directly activates your vagus nerve, the nerve responsible for relaxation. It takes 5 minutes and works the same night. Treat the hour before bed as a transition, not an extension of your day. Your body needs that hour to shift settings, from alert to calm. It costs nothing. It takes the same hour you already have. I really hope this helped you. If it did, please like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. It is completely free and it helps this channel reach more people who need this information. I will see you in the next one.